Hi everyone, V here and welcome back to Snoot game. Okay, last time we visited Fang's house and went for, let's say, study session, but we already established that if your love interest invites you to their home to study, that's the last thing they want to do. So let's pick up from there and see what's gonna happen this time. 2 weeks later. I'm looking over my final grades for this semester. Hopefully they are not shit. My science score is barely passing. That's more than enough. As long as it's a pass, that's good. I want to say it's because of Fang and mine's study sessions. Every time we would try to study, it would always become jam sessions or lyric writing, which is technically way more productive. Spending more and more time where it was fun, and seeing this side of her, it makes me feel so lightheaded, like I'm floating on clouds. Yes, you are in love, my dude. Although the sheet rope escapes from Fang's dad was starting to leave serious rat bones on my palms. And you know what? Some things are worth it. As a bonus, I aced music class. The midterm was a demonstration, and the fact I was able to play guitar even shittily was enough. Fang seemed proud of the fact that I was able to play well enough to get a passing grade. Rather proud of herself that she was that good of a music teacher. Her way of congratulating me was to hip-check me right into my locker, only to apologize while laughing her ass off. You know what, I would totally take it. I would totally take it when someone that you have a crush on, someone that starts treating you like a pro, then it means you're going in the right direction. Actually, the whole ordeal made me remember I had this old music program installed on my computer. It's incredibly outdated, but free is free. Several hours of decade-old tutorials later, I finally started cobbling together a loosely musical-sounding rhythm. I couldn't find a reverb option, so I just overlaid the same instruments with a lower volume where I wanted it. People probably won't notice. As a fun fact, this is how they did reverb on the old music chipsets, like for example NES or Super NES. So that's actually a good viable option. I'm starting to get why Fang likes doing this sort of thing. It's not like just the act of creating something and being able to say, I made this. Exporting the file and uploading it to a music site, I await my audience to start amassing before me. Oh my god, I kind of see myself in this when I first started doing this YouTube stuff. I'm still a micro audience creator, but fuck me, I love doing what I do, and that's what happens. Fun fact, me doing this stuff started as a mental health thing, and then it kind of spiraled out and evolved like this because I really enjoy doing this shit, so I totally relate to this. See, I already have a comment. It's shit. I'll never make anything again ever close enough. Yeah, that's also a part of doing stuff like that. Just a day in the life of an underappreciated artist. Because of course. End of midterms means the start of the new quarter. Halfway through the semester, and things have been going pretty good. I did completely fuck up so far, and I think the rest of the band is starting to warm up to me. Especially Fang. In fact, we've been hanging out more in the auditorium after school. Instead of band practice, we've been making use of that projector, watching shitty movies and playing games on Reed's X-Rocks. Why are you so deep in thought, Anon? The Mandarin Manchurian rips me away from my monologue. I love how they name Naomi every single time something different. During homeroom, Spears came on the announcement to declare an assembly for the senior class. Or in his own words, sit in those seats now! You know what? Spears might be a loudmouth, but as a principal, I respect the fuck out of that man. Naomi has taken the opportunity to walk with me through the hallways. What do you want? So I heard you and Fang went on another date the other day. Of course she did. It wasn't a date, we were just hanging out. Just kicking Reed's ass in Rock Ring 3. Please give me Mammoth Bone Armor. The unending grind for the cosmetics. Or upgrades. I know that Rock Ring is meant to be Halo, and I'm probably gonna get laughed at, but I never got into Halo, mostly because I did not have an Xbox. So I'm not quite sure if this is a cosmetic or an upgrade, but one way or another, the grind is real. You do anything fun with Nether lately? Oh, my Nether just had another track meet. That always works. His high jump form is so perfect, and he looks so dazzling in his track and field uniform. And his physique... He's good. That's clever. I give you that. I tune her out as she covers her profusely red nose. The less I can think of Nether's body, the better. We get to the auditorium once again, and I look to the back row to find a spot. Empty? Over here, Anon! No way they are sitting up front. Hey, they are. Young and Trish are sitting in the front row now. Next to them is Reed huddling behind a cot with a projector he'd fixed on it, messing with the cords. What's the deal? Why are we sitting in the front all of a sudden? Spears asked me to man the projector. First I was like, say what? But then I was like, yeah man, sure. So here I am. I see. I take my seat next to Fang. They say why we're here yet? Nope. Since we're seniors, it's probably some other stupid pep talk about our futures. I bet it's a fundraiser. I'm like good at selling things and stuff. Have you tried doing this legally? Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, I've been meaning to ask, what exactly is Carfay? You don't know, man? Fentanyl, the wildest stuff a dino can get. Really now? It was used in a war by skinnies a while back. It's a deadly tranquilizing agent. It's only deadly when you make it wrong, man. But yeah, it's great stuff if you know how to do it. Fang, have you ever tried any? Once? Woke up hanging upside down from a tree with Naomi's clothes on, hugging a fake skeleton. Okay, now this is a story that I'm really interested in. This is a story I'm really interested in. I hope they elaborate on that. See, when I do it, it just makes me a bit dizzy for a few hours. Huh, can I see some? Absolutely not. No. Why not? That stuff's 100 times more powerful than horse tranquilizer. It melts your skin. Make your heart burst. I heard a human tried it once and exploded. Okay, now you're shitting with me, guys. I bet. Yeah, sure, you just don't want to share. The last of the seniors trickle in and take seats near the front. Eventually, Spears takes the stage. He pauses to make sure everyone's covering their ears before beginning. Alright! As you all know, graduation's coming up soon. We're going to go over that whole process. But first, the student council has a brief presentation to give on the subject. Floor's all yours, Stuco. Of course. Spears gestures his hand towards Naomi and Nazar, who show up from behind the stage curtains. The Chiffon Charina brings a wireless microphone to her snout. Lovely. She begins reciting a well-rehearsed speech in her usual snooty manner. More plastic than person. You know what? I kinda gotta agree, like, I understand she's cute and a lot of times she means well, but the way she does it is just so artificial. I've known people like that. They never leave a positive impression, at least not on me. Why, thank you, Principal Spears. The projector comes to life, displaying a basic slideshow title card reading. Read, how do you know when to move it forward? It's when she crosses her fingers, check it out. No, this is a very important turning point in your life. Ah, got it, it's one of these. I needed a nap. As soon as I closed my eyes, I felt a malevolent force looming before me. Somehow I felt like opening my eyes was a bad idea. Spears got you sleeping? But keeping them closed was an even worse one. Okay, so the Linux penguin, I think. At least there's cute little designs on the slides. There's a little penguin with a graduation cap. There's a school mascot in a party hat. Even has the fogged up window. Because of course. A lineup of various graduates with a token human at the end for diversity, typical. There's some scientists and engineers holding hands. There's a triceratops holding onto a branch with the text "Hang in there, baby." What? There's me 2 years ago when I photoshopped myself with an anime girl. Oh my fucking god. It's so fucking over. That expression, fucking priceless. The awkward silence, beautiful. What the fuck? How? Why? The world stopped turning, no one around me is moving, and there is no sound at all. Gee, I wonder why. Why is that here? How? I deleted everything! Everything! So why the fuck is it here? I can feel the second-hand embarrassment from this. My body feels like stone as I try to turn to see if anyone else is seeing this. In the end, I can't bring myself to move at all. It doesn't matter, I already feel their endless gazes. I feel lightheaded. There's what feels like a lump of lead in the pit of my stomach. There's dark spots forming in my sight. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for you, Anon. When I finally breathe again, the world restarts. The laughter hits first. A monstrous guffaw from behind that's joined by every other senior in the room. Jesus Christ, this is... Wait, change the slide! Change it now! I am! More pictures, oh my god. Now... How the fuck they get this? Did someone... No, they didn't. Alan said this is a picture of me that I photoshopped. Oh my god. But how? So many more pictures. Each one more and more embarrassing than the last. Oh god. Shit! Nazar, you are bro. There's a loud crash right next to me and the entire room becomes black. Did I faint? Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality? Anon? Still awake. Fuck. The lights come back on and my eyes burn. The projector's on the floor, lens shots scattered all around. The laughter's even louder now. Reed, how the fuck did this happen? Look, I just used the USB, Trish said. Trish? Why would Trish? Trish wasn't in her seat. Oh my god. She did this. She fucking did it. In the corner of my eye, I noticed someone running for the entrance. It's Trish. She's making a mad sprint for the door. Stop her! She continues dashing towards the exit and right into Spears' hand. You know, considering how big he is, I'm pretty damn sure Spears could wrap Trish's entire body into the palm of his hand. One hand. Yeah, literally. His baseball mitt of a hand covers that fucking bitch covers her face entirely. Even lifts her up by her face with one hand. Okay, that's fucking metal. Oh, get your asses back to class! Spears motions for me to follow him, but I feel paralyzed by everything that just happened. I bury my face in my hands and just groan. Is this why this dude had to flee his old school? Someone took a hold of those pictures and made them public as well. And that's why he had to dash. This is rock bottom all over again. Yep, it seems. Oh my god. Fang tugs on my arm, trying to get me to follow. I just can't find the energy to move anything right now. Fang frantically looks around at the hysterical crowd, trying to come up with something. Eventually, I feel Fang put her arm over my shoulder as she tries to get me to stand. She drapes her wings across my back, creating a barrier between me and everyone else. Oh my god, Fang loves you, dude. Do not fuck it up. I know that this moment is terrible, but this is... yeah. Without saying a word, she leads me out of a side door toward the principal's office. What the fuck just happened? Hey, how is this happening to me? You gonna be alright? How did Trish find those dumb pictures? Look, don't listen to those pricks, Anon. Was Reed in on it? All of them dumbasses. He couldn't be. What would he gain from something like this? Like, this'll all blow over. What would Trish gain from something like this? Like, none of them talk about our shitty concert. I know she doesn't like me, but this... And that was like a fucking month ago. This is fucked up. I'm going to rip her stupid horns off and give her a couple new holes to breathe with. It'll be all good, Anon. I think Fang's dad had a thing going on with the golf clubs. See if he can give me a couple of pointers. Just need some time to forget it happened. This is like the worst situation ever. From one side you could say your girlfriend staying right next to you and trying to cheer you up, but the embarrassment and the burning fury of what just happened is... yeah, it makes you mute everything out. I'm so sorry for you, dude. And the squeak of sneakers catches my attention, I too, to see Reed approaching us down the hall. Reed, I thought Spears sent everyone back to class. Can't just sit in class while my hombres are going through some pretty heavy stuff, you know? Got something I need to get off my chest anyways. What? Bit busy dealing with being doxxed here? Wait, get what off your chest? Were you in on it? Fang's questioning glare makes Reed shudder. Wait, no, don't get wrong idea, man. Reed, how did this happen? No, it went more like... I was getting the projector set up earlier, right? Something was wrong with the lens and I didn't have enough time. So I asked Trish to go get the thing from Naomi. I guess she must have, like, changed the slides before giving it to me? And you didn't think to check? That's a legit question. Reed deflates. Damn it, Reed. Look, man, Trish isn't a bad person. Bitch sure has a funny way of showing it. Dude, I know you're still hurting from what she did, but like... Yeah, what could have possibly given that away? Bro, let me finish. Reed's raised voice takes the wind out of my lungs. That's the first time I think I've ever heard him raise his voice. Trish messed up pretty bad, bro. Like, massively, hugely messed up. Not gonna argue with that. She abused my trust too, dude. And she gave me the presentation from Naomi. I didn't think she'd do anything like that. But did you ever consider why? Because she's a two-bit cunt? Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. Reed sighs again with a noticeable lack of smoke surrounding him. Dude, you and Trish have always been at each other's throats. But like, why even? I open my mouth to answer but can't find the words. For the reason? Did you ever stop to consider why Trish always gave you a hard time? Not really. Another side, this time with an expectant look from Reed. Did you ever even try, bro? No? That's the problem, dude. Reed has a pained expression on his face and a quick glance shows Fangs is even worse. Like, I know it sucks. Trish tricked me and all that and all too. And that hurts, you know? But maybe try and think why Trish did this, alright, bro? Not exactly in an introspective sort of mood right about now. I refuse to accept that I had any part to play in this debacle other than being the victim. I guess Reed might have a point. You know what, to be honest, I think the first option is what I feel right now. And how do I put it? I understand that Trish might have a problem with me because she could feel like I'm wedging myself between her and other of her friends. But I don't think she did all this in the right way because, let's be honest, if Trish had any problem with me, then I'm not a fucking mind reader. Just come over to me and tell me, like, dude, I have issues with you. I don't like you doing this and this. I'm addressing this. Let's talk it out. Or anything of the sort. Just let me know what the hell am I standing on. I'm not gonna keep taking wild guesses all over just to figure out what's your problem. If you have a problem with me, address it. I'm not gonna constantly poke you and ask, hey, do you dislike this about me? Are you having a problem with this thing about me? No, you're a freaking adult. Just address the problem. Like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else with this. Just that. Just openly tell what's your problem. Gonna go with this one. Trish can still burn in hell for all I care. 3 months! 3 months from graduation, and you pull a stunt like this? Spear's stern voice grilling Trish in his office rips me from my thoughts. Good, she deserves it. I have half a mind to have campus security escort you out of here and send you to Reef City continuation. I can read both hiss at that. I have no idea what this is. What the fuck does that mean, yeah? You have 5 minutes to explain why I shouldn't do that right now. I couldn't hear Trish full response through the door, but she was obviously crying. After what she did? Fang leaned in, trying to listen through the door to hear what the bitch was saying. Because of her arms, I was pulled closer too. I heard the trollop's whimpering and wanted nothing more than to really make her cry. All his fault. My fault? I did fucking nothing to that purple pole smoker. Didn't know what else I could do. Talk. Not fucking show half the school. Not fucking show half the school the cringiest thing I've ever done and commit what amounts to character assassination. That's a very good point. Some asshole from the sticks. I'll show that cunt some fucking sticks. Driving Fang away. Yes, there it is. There it fucking is. What? What does Fang have to do with any of this? She wasn't the one bitching about every damn thing I do. I glance over to Fang, whose expression seems even worse now. That did not help, because right now I'm willing to bet a pretty penny that Fang is feeling guilty by association, and they think that they played a major role in this, even though none of this was about Fang, at least not directly. Looking at her this way makes a part of me feel even shittier, like I did cause this. Fuck Chris though, she's been an ass to me from the beginning. Anon, will you please step into my office? Spear's voice shocks me from my eavesdropping. What am I supposed to say to Trish? Fang tries to give a reassuring smile, but it's so fragile. Like it's all her fault and not that backstabbing bitch. That's what I said. What happened right now was more of a blow to Fang. Reed gives a silent nod, no thumbs up this time. I enter Spear's office and my eyes are immediately drawn to Trish sitting in front of his desk surrounded by crumpled up tissues. Trish, is there anything you would like to tell Anon? I've never seen her like this. It's all your fault. How the fuck was I supposed to know? Talk to me. I'm not a mind reader, bitch. Who are you to come here and take Fang away? That's what I said. She's fucking jealous of the fact that Fang actually found another friend. You're just some nobody from the middle of nowhere who only cares about yourself. I helped pull Fang out of their shell and made her a social pariah in the process. That's a kind of different way to look at it, but I'm starting to get a clearer image over here. My band was doing great before you came here. No, that's Fang's band. I set up the only successful show you ever played. And then you show up and start manipulating everyone. Because you're a selfish control freak. Look who's talking. Bitch, you are the control freak over here. Everything has to revolve around you. You little twat. I could put a mirror right in front of you. And then you could talk. That's exactly what's going on here. Fuck you, Trish. Fang and Reed and me were going to make it to the top. But you stole everything from me because you didn't understand us. You never let me understand you, you stupid twat. No one understands us. Trish is cut off by a horrid sob, her head falling into her hands, and new tears spilling from her eyes. After Jesus on his cross of rock, that's a lot to unpack. It's like you didn't even try to understand me either. That's what I said! Anon, is there anything you want to add? Like how she's not worth the oxygen? But if this really is all about Fang... you know what guys, I'm going to make a small interjection here because now all that shit going on in a way, Trish kinda reminds me of a friend that I had in, well, European equivalent of junior high, you could say. Because, yeah, I'm not an American, so a lot of the terms revolving school here don't ring any bells with me. But yeah, in, let's say, junior high, there was this girl that was in my class. She was a tough bitch. She was a tough bitch. She even didn't want anyone to talk to her by her own name, to address her by her own name. She had a nickname. She went by the nickname of Hatchet. And she kind of earned this one. Like, she would pick fights with guys a couple of years older than her, and she had no problem breaking their arms. I think by the time when I met her, she had at least 3 different guys on her account with broken arms and 1 broken rib. She was like this close from being sent to juvie. And she was that kind of girl that you would not want to mess with. And I have no fucking idea how, but somehow I got on her good side. Not, in a, let's say, romantic way or anything, but she actually enjoyed my company. Even though I was a bit of a social recluse, she had no problems talking to me when we enjoyed each other's company. She saved my ass a couple of times. I got into trouble with one older guy sometime, and she was just walking across the corridor, noticed this, just without even looking at me. She addressed the guy that was picking on me and just said, "Hey, if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with me. Think it over." Dude dropped any bitching that he had towards me without any problem. And Trish gives me a little bit of that vibe over here, even if a little bit less tough. Because just like Trish, Hatchet eventually, when she got a liking to you, she would try what's best for you, even if you didn't exactly want it, and she wouldn't even ask if you want this for yourself. Like, after we finished school, after we graduated, I learned that she, for a certain amount of time, she was working in a nearby grocery store that I frequented. She just wanted to get something to do before she moved out, because right now she left the country. When she found out that I was frequenting the store, she somehow found out what my favorite chocolate was, because I have a sweet tooth. Whenever I would approach the register and she was there, the first thing she would put on the counter was that chocolate. Even when I said, "No, listen, Hatchet, I don't want this." "You want this chocolate? Now what else can I give to you?" Like, I know that this was her caring way of showing that she likes me, and because of that I put on some weight, but I really have no heart to confront her. Like, she managed to even talk my mom into this, and I have no idea how the hell that happened, because there is no winning any argument with my mom, and Hatchet did it. And like I said, her choices were not exactly good for my figure, let's say, but yeah, for my shape. But I know that in the end, Hatchet wanted to show her caring towards me. And the funniest thing is, I still cannot bring myself to talk about her by her actual name. To me, she is Hatchet, like I said. And I see the same thing with Trish over here. She grew very protective of Fang and wanted what's best for them, but in a very mindless way. Trish wanted what's best for Fang, what was in Trish's own mind the best choice, without bothering to stop to ask Fang, "Hey, is this what you want? Is this what you are okay with?" And in the end, Trish became a bit of a control freak herself. Instead of caring about Fang genuinely, she was pushing her ideas onto Fang over and over, thinking that this is what's best for her, at least for Fang, I mean. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting. And I understand that all of a sudden me showing up with all this and befriending Fang and all that stuff, it felt like a wedge between Trish and Fang because Trish was, at least from what I see here, Trish was so used to having everyone wrapped around her finger that all of a sudden this new element, us, is someone that she had no control over. She could talk Reed into doing what she wanted. She could talk Fang into doing what she wanted. And all of this under the pretense of doing what's best for everyone. And the worst part is, I do not think that Trish did it in a malicious way. If anything, I think she even managed to convince herself that she was doing all this shit for everyone's good. And part of me wants to ignore Trish and let her calm down and then tell her about it, but at the same time, I really hope that the option to talk to her will let me say something like, listen, I don't know if I fucked up or not, but I really wished that you would have addressed it with me so we could resolve it instead of you constantly seeing me as a threat. Okay, now that psychoanalysis out of the way, let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna talk to her even though this is a fucking disaster. I turn to the pitiable purple punk rocker. You're not the only person in the world. Maybe Reed was onto something. I think I finally get it. Look, Trish. Maybe we didn't start off right. And yeah, I can't be an asshole. She looks up at me, a surprise written on her teary-eyed face. I didn't mean to drive you and Fang apart or anything. I just want to be Fang's friend. But after what you fucking did, fucking digging up my past, airing it to every senior, and all for Fang, she's outside the door thinking this is all her fault. Yeah, that's also a very good point, and part of it is what I brought up earlier. That got a response from Trish. Her head dipped down and her fingers curled into the hem of her hoodie. Maybe it's your fault for being such a bitch. Maybe it's mine, I don't know. But it sure as shit isn't Fang's. Another choked sob racked her body and the tears started anew. I'm sorry for being a poor friend to you, but after what you did, I don't know if I can forgive that. And that's a very good response. Not exactly what I kind of hoped for, but in a way, this is a very good response. Spears nods in approval, a tolerant grin stretching in his cheeks. That was well said, son. You've come a long way since your first day. You can leave. Take the rest of the day if you need it. I rise from my chair and make for the door. But I'm stubborn, boy, what Trish just muttered. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Better late than never. You should tell that to Fang. Boom. Good. Right before I clamp my hand on the doorknob, Spears speaks up. Oh, and Anon, don't think I didn't notice. Should we be worried? Uh-oh. I slowly turn back to him. Okay. Your wife is trash and your taste is shit. Oh my god. Yeah. What a wonderful way to sum up this heartfelt moment. Perfect. 10 out of 10. 5 stars, 8 plus, 4 stars. Wonderful. My door is always open so I can share some quality anime. Run that by me again, dude. Are you like for fucking real? Yeah, what? I open the door to see Fang again, expression complex, leaning against the door's frame. Ah, Rita's taken my place beside her with a comforting arm around her shoulder. If this was any other situation, I might have felt a bit jealous. Hey, a heavy sigh escapes my lips. Hey, doing okay, bro? I'd frankly like to just disappear right now. I think I'll just go home. I can ditch if you need me to come with. Fang looks at the door to spears through for a bit, then back to me. Chris is probably having to call her parents right now. Fang must have heard everything in the office. As much as I would like to go, Homer, let's see what. Because we cannot just ditch right now, because if we leave, then technically it will be confirming to Trish that in a way she was right about us and that we are taking Fang away from her. Even if this would be a totally deserving thing, I believe that right now Trish needs to hear a couple of words from Fang and Reed as well, so let's wait for her. You worried about her too? Fang pressed her head down to her shoes. How could I not tell something like this was happening? You know it's not your fault. Doesn't mean I don't feel guilty about it. She picks her head up to look me in the eye. We should leave. You probably don't want to see her when she gets out. Actually, I think we should wait. Looks like you have something to say to her. Well, yeah, but there's something else I wanted to tell her too. There is? There is? Sure you should be talking to her when you're still this upset? It's nothing bad, I promise. It's a good call, dude. You can go first. Fang gives a small nod and the three of us slide down a wall into sitting positions. The minutes pass. What do I even say to her? I'm not entirely sure either. Reed awkwardly toys with his tail in silence, suddenly a lot less contemplative than before. The clasped hands around my knees start to leave red marks on each other. Can't find the energy to shift them. Eons later, Trish emerges from the office. Her tears have become shiny trails reflecting the sterile light of the hallway. Hesitantly, Fang gets up to speak with her. That makes one of us. This is going to be super difficult, I feel. For a while, the two just stare at each other. Eventually... Why? Yeah, that's a very good question. Why the fuck did you do this to Anon? Do you actually think I'd be okay with this? Anon's just as much my friend as you or Reed. That is something those douchebags who make fun of our band would do. That's a very good point. I thought he was bad influence. Because for just that moment you noticed that nothing was in your control, or maybe like that's... Let me rephrase that. Trish thought I was a bad influence simply because I did not immediately bend it to her will, and even if she had, let's say, best intentions in mind, that's not the way. That's not the way to go about it. Well, I guess lesson learned the hard way, but still. On you, the band, everything is changing, Fang, and I don't like it. Yeah, but that's it. That's exactly what I was talking about. People who like to control everything are extremely afraid of change. All because of Anon. Then why didn't you just fucking talk to us? Exactly what I said. Anon isn't some asshole trying to rip everything apart. I know what you told me, Fang, but like... You deserve better, he's not... I catch Trish throwing a glance my way as she cuts herself off. Look, I'm sorry, Fang. I'm just trying to look out for you. Look out for me? I can take my own decisions, Trish. I can make my own decisions, Trish. See, that's exactly what I said a bit ago. Fang sighs and rubs her temples. I'm taking a break from the band. I watch as Trish's entire world shatters before her eyes. Reed's lack of reaction tells me they discussed this while I was in Spears' office. What? I need time to think. Fang, wait! Bye. Fang turns away from Trish and starts walking away. I'll wait by the exit while you talk, Anon. Reed gets up as she passes by and begins to follow, giving me a thumbs up. Give you some privacy, amigo. And now it's just the two of us. I get up from my spot on the floor, pins and needles on my legs, making it more difficult. Now what do you want? I fucked up too. That catches her off guard. This is my fault too, you know. I played a stupid game with this instead of manning up and just talking about it. You know what, and this is actually pretty damn accurate too, because someone in this relation, human-dino relation, had to eventually grow some balls, and if Trish never had the spine to come over and address the problem, we could have done this as well. There was no dialogue option for this, at least not that I'm aware of. But we could have approached Trish and just go, listen, you are super hostile to me, and I have no idea why. Please talk to me, I want to resolve this. So that's a very good point. I stoned the fuck up and finally admitted, to the world and myself, I like Fang. I like her, and I know that's what you're afraid of. I was never out to break anything up, I just like Fang. I want to help her. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Trish's eyes glaze over and stare at something in the distance, as if all her worst fears came true. I guess in a way they did today. I'm done, Trish. I'm not going to fight with you over this. I won't fuck with you. You won't fuck with me. I'm going home. I turn away from Trish as she buries her head in her hands again. Part of me wonders if she'll use that against me, but right now, it just feels good to get it out of my system. As I begin looking for Fang, Reed stops me in the hallway. Made the right call talking it out, trust me, dude. Reed shuffles his feet a bit and scratches his neck. Gonna give you a bit of space after dealing with that. Time to think things over, you know? Suddenly he leans in and lowers his voice. You should tell him, bro. With a cryptic wink, he rushes off towards Trish, probably to give her the same kind of therapy. I throw a quick glance back to see him pull in Trish for a hug. His turn to deal with her now. What did he mean by tell them? Tell them what? Tell Fang that you like them. That's Reed? How did he? So much for privacy. Well, in a way, yeah. I shake the thoughts from my mind and head in the direction Fang went. Unless we were just really loud with our confession. And that can wait. I catch up to Fang near the front of the school as I mentally prepare myself for what's coming. Time for the walk of shame. As I make my way through the hall, I do my best to ignore the passing jeers from teens I don't even know. I guess it's already spread to the lower years too. Fucking light speed capable of rumor mill. Hey, do the Naruto run! Look at the pathetic weeb. How's your 2D girlfriend Anon? Hey, I don't need to borrow a jar? Oh my god, the implications. No, get that image out of my mind. Your wife is great and I love her. Good to have at least one person supporting you in this shit. Not helping Stella. I keep my head down, avoiding the looks from them all. Shouldering open the door, I'm blinded by the morning sun's glare. Within an hour, I've fallen back to square one. Is it too late to transfer to another school? I stepped to the stairs, phone in hand. I can call it a taxi or something, Anon. I nodded that, moving for the stairs. Hey, loser! Think fast! I turn towards the voice, and the world slows down. My field of vision is filled with a soda can, and I freeze up like a deer in the headlights. I'll try to catch it. Yeah, I feel like dodging or something like that would result in Fang getting hit, so the can smacks me in the forehead while I was mid-stride, and I shift my footing to try and regain balance. Except my foot catches on the edge of the stair lip and slips. Oh. Oh. Oh, holy shit. The ending sounded so painful. Holy fuck, dude, are you in one piece? Oh fuck, we need to split before the caveman gets here. Hang on! My lungs feel like they're on fire. Seeing my feet touch the back of my head. Also, that was a scorpion fall. Ugh. I peel myself from around the bollard, feeling every bone in my body creak painfully. Fuck. Holy shit, you're alive! Am I? Ow. Nothing seems to be broken. I've been in worse. Honestly, my ego's more injured than I am. Can you walk? Yeah, sure. This is nothing compared to the field day back at my old school. I tried taking a step and my knee involuntarily twists in a direction it's not supposed to. Urgh. Just the mental image. Fuck. Ugh. Suddenly I'm doing the Seth MacFarlane pose again. Oh no, let me help you up. Oh, this is actually fucking wholesome and adorable, even seeing, us in this position, but... Yeah, oh my god, yeah. She tucks her arms around my shoulder and pulls me to my feet again. Let's just get to the bench over there. The taxi will be here in like 5 minutes. Using Fang as a second foot, I eventually make it to the bench. Sorry. I still can't bend either leg, so I just sort of splay against the sidewalk. Fang sits on the other end and starts digging through her pockets. I think I heard some of that nicotine relieves a bit of pain. Yeah, I could use a smoke right about now. Fang retrieves one of the cigarettes from the crumpled pack and sparks it to light her pink lighter. She takes the first draw, then hands it to me. I inhale slowly, my chest aching as my lungs fill with wonderfully numbing nicotine. The minty taste and the cool sensation settling over my skin does help to relax my painfully tense muscles. Before I know it, the cigarette in my fingers is nothing but a smoldering filter. It looks like a rise here. A grimy beater of a taxi pulls up to the curb, driven by an equally grimy velociraptor. Clearly one of the 3 left operating in the city. Frank helps me to my feet and over to the cab, opening the door so I can shamble in. Oh my god. Like, I know that judging by someone's looks is not exactly the best thing, but this guy looks like there have been so many portrayals of the devil in media and pop culture that this looks just exactly like that. I mean, the giant twisted brows, the goatee. Like, come on, are we dying and going to hell? Shit, kid, you look like you got into a fight with a steamroller and lost. Now, where are you kids heading on a school day? Maybe the hospital? Home. Sure thing, you got the address? 237 South St. Hammond Street. The driver sucks in breath through his teeth. Skinner, eh? Well, I can take as far as the edge of the neighborhood, deal? Yeah, whatever, just take me home. The cab speeds off away from the school. I still can't believe that Trish would do something like that. The cab driver lets out a laugh. You got your ass handed to you by the girl, didn't you? I don't bother responding while Fang kicks the back of the seat. Yeah, I didn't want to tip much anyways. At least he's honest. Why doesn't the driver want to drive all the way to your place? It can't be that bad, right? I mean, it's Skid Row. If it's anything like Skid Row, then you're in for an unpleasant surprise, Fang. That reminds me. Hold this for me. I toss my pocket knife into Fang's lap. She looks at me with a nervous smile like she expects a punchline. There is no punchline. Oh. Joking, kind of. Haven't needed to shift someone yet. Talking hurts breathing too. Each breath I take feels like my ribs are gonna shatter. Fang must have noticed since she kept silent after that. Alrighty, end of the line. That'll be $15 even. There's still a few blocks we gotta walk. I managed to limp out of the car and Fang drops a few crumpled bills in her seat and slams the door behind her. The car peels out and disappears around the corner. Well, no place to go but home. Wait, you still can't walk, right? I can probably make it a good 50 yards. Hang on, give me your shoulder. No, don't worry about... Ignoring my protest, Fang wraps my arm around her back for support. Where are we going? First turn is a right up here. Wait, Fang's coming over to my place? Fang is coming over to my place? Fang is coming over to my place? I don't want her to see how I live. Crap, did I leave Saturnia on? Yep, priorities. Oh, this has been wonderful. This has been wonderful. And judging by the time, it's been like almost an hour, so I guess I'll leave the part where we get back to our apartment for the next episode. Because like I said, I'm trying to be relatively consistent in the length of the episodes. So I hope I'm not stopping before something extremely important. But yeah, that would be it. I think this is a good place to wrap everything up for this episode. So, like I don't even have words. Like I feel super sorry for Anon. I feel like I finally got a little bit of a deeper glimpse into Trish's psyche, and I hope that my evaluation was correct. But yeah, that would be it. So without any further stalling, that's all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.